So in one of my last videos, I was talking about how Deadpool and Wolverine is making some serious money because it's just an enjoyable movie that's whole purpose is, to entertain. And I also spoke about the whole RDJ thing and, him being Dr. Doom. I mentioned that it definitely seems like a desperate attempt to win people back temporarily. Well, it looks like the MCU is serious about winning people back, and it's willing to fix one of the major issues that has been plaguing Phase 4 and 5 of the MCU.
What did he say? Nice, right?
Nice right here, and welcome to my incredible subscribers. I hope you're having an awesome day, and if you're not a subscriber, that's alright. I hope you're having a great day too. Interesting bit of news came out the other day about Marvel that actually has me thinking that the MCU might not need to suck for much longer, or at least it seems that way. In this article here, it says that rumor, Marvel Studios cleans house and fired activist producers. This latest rumor comes from Film Threat founder Chris Gore during an appearance on the Critical Drinkers YouTube channel. Gore stated, "I do know people who work at Marvel. They have cleaned house. They quietly months ago fired all the producers that could be labeled activists." He continued, "Unlike Lucasfilm is lost. They're lost. They're doubling down on all the nonsense. You will never get anything good out of Lucasfilms and Star Wars. That's it." In contrast, he said Kevin Feige recognizes, basically he said that we tried. It didn't work. He's talking about Phase 4. It didn't work. No Kang, none of these side characters that don't have legacy of classic characters. And yes, that's true. They need classic characters with the legacy, but that doesn't mean you can't bring on some great side characters and build them up. But Marvel needs talented people to accomplish something like that, and that is yet to be seen. Continuing, and if Deadpool and Wolverine proves anything, you've heard that phrase, male and pale is stale. That was spoken aloud across studios, but if you look at the box office this year, I would say male and pale is money. And that's the phrase I think people should more adopt. And I agree. I mean, obviously he's not saying that it has to be, a white dude. That's not really the reason, but I get it because he's saying it's targeted primarily towards the male audience. And when you have past films making men look like the villains, idiots, weak, or mocking characters that were once good, then you run into a bit of a problem. Because as much as the MCU wanted to target this to the modern audiences, the majority of the audience who actually tune into this stuff are, one, real people, not this non-existent modern audience stuff, and two, are dudes. And it only took them close to 5 years to figure that out. Gore also noted, additionally, they fired people that don't know the comics, but it's going to be a sea change that will take years. That's why they're announcing this now. We know we screwed up and failed, but look at what's coming. So we're going to get 2 bad movies, 2 bad TV shows, and maybe a good Fantastic Four film. And this is something I mentioned in my last video. If we're going to see anything that could resemble a change in Marvel, it's not going to be Cap 4 or Agatha or the Thunderbolts or whatever other TV show they got going on. It's going to be the Fantastic Four in the movies moving forward from there. And I think that this story here, if it's true, this is great news, but it's not going to make the MCU what it once was because, yes, is firing people who don't know the comics and who are labeled activists a good thing for the sake of your film? Probably, yeah, for sure. But that's not the only issue. I've said it plenty of times in my older videos. We need people who are talented to be put in positions that will allow whatever project that they have in mind to succeed. We need better writers, directors. We need to get back to entertaining the people first, your core audience. But what are your thoughts on this whole thing? To be honest, this is probably the most faith I've had. I don't know about faith. Maybe the most hope I've had in Marvel to change in a long time. Do you think Marvel can be saved? Do you think they're actually going to change course? Or do you think this is a bunch of baloney and they're not going to change? Whatever it is, leave a comment down below. If you like the video, like the video. And if you like this kind of content and want to see more, why not consider subscribing? Thank you so much for watching the video, and until we meet again.